Welcome to A Garden a Day with Maidenbrock Gardens, where we explore the world one garden at a time. Today is April 5th. It's pouring down rain here today as I record this episode, and I do certainly hope April showers bring May flowers. Today we are venturing inland, near the center of the country, not quite, in an area that used to be known as the frontier back in the Lewis and Clark days. Today we are exploring Missouri Botanical Gardens in St. Louis, Missouri. The garden is also known as Shaw's Garden, or even Hank's Garden, for its founder, Henry Shaw. The land on which the botanical garden resides was once part of Henry Shaw's country estate. His home, Tower Grove House, is still located within the botanical garden grounds and is open for tours from April through December. The house has been restored and features period furnishings from the 19th century. Henry Shaw was a St. Louis businessman. He was born in Sheffield, England, and made his way to the young United States by 1819. He set up a hardware store in St. Louis, selling goods shipped to him by his uncle in England, and Shaw turned out to be a right good businessman. St. Louis was the gateway to the West. It was a popular starting off point for pioneers who would outfit their wagons in St. Louis before heading out to find their fortunes out west. And Shaw made sure to stock all the goods those pioneers would need in his hardware store. Shaw was able to retire at age 40 and dedicated the second half of his life to his great love of botany. He had a country home, Tower Grove House, built in 1849, and designed and planted gardens around his house on his country estate. As the gardens became more elaborate, he decided to open his garden to the public in 1859. Shaw died in 1889 at the age of 89 and is buried in a mausoleum on the Botanical Gardens grounds. Today, the Botanical Garden spans 79 acres and includes several gardens and historic buildings. It's the oldest continually operating botanic garden in the United States. Surrounding Tower Grove House is a garden referred to as the Victorian Garden. This garden includes a variety of Victorian-style gardens and also includes a yew hedge maze and a pincushion garden of 20 beds of succulents. The Stephen and Peter Sachs Museum is located near the Victorian Garden. It was Henry Shaw's own museum where he housed an herbarium, a library, and his collection of natural history specimens. The museum closed in 1982 until it was restored and reopened in 2018. Today, the museum houses special collections of art and artifacts. Incidentally, the herbarium at the Missouri Botanical Garden is the second largest in North America, with 6.6 million specimens. The Botanical Garden also includes a 14-acre Japanese garden, one of the largest Japanese gardens in the country, centered around a 4-acre lake. The garden features traditional Japanese garden design with footbridges and lanterns. Each year during Labor Day weekend, the garden hosts a Japanese festival including tea ceremonies, traditional music, and more elements of Japanese culture. Another historic building in the garden is the Linnaean House, built in 1882 as an orangery. It is believed to be the oldest continually operated greenhouse west of the Mississippi. In the 1930s, it was converted to housing mostly camellias, and today also includes citrus plants and cacti. A more modern historic structure in the garden is the Climatron, a geodesic glass dome that houses a tropical rainforest of 1,500 plants. The dome received recognition in 1976 as one of the country's most significant architectural achievements in United States history. The dome is home to coffee, coconuts, orchids, and cacao, and the temperature can exceed 80 degrees inside the dome with high humidity. There are many other gardens at the Missouri Botanical Garden. A few include a children's garden with a pioneer village, caves, slides, a treehouse, and an outdoor classroom, and the Gladney Rose Garden that dates from 1915. The Greg Nanjing Friendship Chinese Garden features a moon gate, lotus, and pavilion that were gifts from St. Louis's sister city, Nanjing. There is also a German garden, a boxwood parterre garden, an Ottoman garden, a George Washington Carver garden, and a biblical garden. The biblical garden features figs, pomegranates, date palms, and other plants mentioned in the Bible. One section of the garden is dedicated to the home gardener, with more than 20 demonstration gardens to inspire. There are other gardens dedicated to hostas, daylilies, bulbs, and irises, as well as a stumpery, sensory garden and an English woodland garden. Here, visitors will find 300 rhododendrons and azaleas, 100 dogwoods, bluebells, hostas, trillium, and other woodland delights. All in all, there are 37 gardens and buildings at the Botanical Garden. In addition to the Japanese festival I mentioned earlier, the garden hosts several events throughout the year. In May, the garden hosts Chinese Culture Days, followed by a summer music festival and a holiday train show in November and December. They also host a speakers series, wine dinners, plant markets, and so much more. They're even hosting an Easter brunch this year, but space is limited for the 10 o'clock seating. The later time is already sold out, so if you'll be in St. Louis for Easter, you might want to make your reservation right now. The Botanical Garden is listed on the National Register of Historic Places and is open daily from 9 to 5. The garden also operates 2 additional facilities that are not located at the Botanical Garden. The first is the Butterfly House in Chesterfield, an 8,000 square foot tropical conservatory. The Butterfly House is home to more than 60 butterfly species and 150 tropical plants. The Butterfly House is open nearly year-round. It closes briefly in January. The second is the Shaw Nature Reserve in Gray Summit. Spanning 2,400 acres, the reserve offers 18 miles of hiking trails, a 10-acre wildflower meadow, and a variety of ecosystems, including prairie, savanna, wetland, and glade. The reserve is located in the Ozark corridor of Missouri and is open year-round. Well, that's about it for today's garden visit. Join me here tomorrow to find out where we're going next. If you haven't done so yet, I invite you to subscribe to the show and leave us a review. I really appreciate your support. Thank you for listening. That's about it. If all goes well, I'll be right back here tomorrow. See you then.